Carlos Nelson with the Kansas City Business Association, and today we have our newest member, Mr. Brian Butler. He's a personal trainer. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Well, thank you, Mr. Nelson.
All right, can you tell our audience a little bit about what you do and how you do it, and what your company's about?
Okay, well, I have a couple different companies. One, Potential Players, which is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization, as well as I have Brian Butler Performance Training.
That's what we're here on.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Okay, so Brian Butler Performance Training derived from life training, and just changed it to Brian Butler Performance. We focus on speed, agility, core strength, more of a specialized speed training for young athletes to pro athletes.
Tell us about some of the clients you have and the sports that you have trained some of the athletes in.
Okay, well, I really focus on all athletes, but I've particularly had probably about 15 pros, NFL players, most notably Bryce Brown and Arthur Brown, Blake Bell.
Who do they play for?
Bryce played for Philadelphia. Arthur played for the Ravens mostly. Blake Bell currently plays for the Chiefs.
All right, all right. And so, right now on the high school level,
Yes.
what are you doing with some of the high school kids?
Well, right now we have Avery Johnson, who's probably the most notable. He's the number 2 dual threat quarterback in the country at this time. He goes to Mays High School in Wichita. Then I train a lot of basketball players as well. So my daughters are pretty high profile basketball players.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, audience. We just interviewed his daughter. He got like one of the number 1 and number 2 guards in the country, sophomore and freshman. You got to go to CascadeSports.tv and check that on out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what do you have planned for the 2021-2022 season as with your athletes, and what are you expecting from your top 5 athletes?
Well, we're on a year-round training program.
All right.
And so it just throughout the season we kind of change what days and all those, but I believe in getting to work. I'm a little old school. I believe what you put in is what you get out. So we're going to continue working, but I really expect. Last night Avery had like 5 touchdowns, and so we're.
And what school does Avery go to?
He goes to Mays High.
Mays High. 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
What kind of arm the boy got?
He got a strong arm.
Strong arm.
Yeah.
Can he got. Well, you say you strength and speed.
Yes.
Scramble.
Oh yeah, he's a 4.5.
Boy, that's flying. I told you off camera. I ran track.
Yeah.
I barely was getting that 4.5. Yeah, he's burning.
Yes. I spend a lot of time traveling with him. Actually, we went to Notre Dame. We went to Georgia. We went to Alabama. So I spent a lot of time trying to go visit different universities with him before he takes official visits, so he can kind of narrow choices down.
In working with your athletes, do you give them? It sounds like you give them advice on where they should be going and so forth. Talk about that, your relationship with these athletes. Also, I want to plug in. My day, we didn't have personal trainers. How has that changed the game with young athletes?
Well, hey, in my day, we didn't really have personal trainers either. But now it just gives them the opportunity to focus in year round and really work. With me, about a month before the season started, we got a group and we just go run around and go run up some stairs.
Right.
But now they have a designated training program built on them to help them improve as athletes. So
tell me this: how do you see the mindset of most of the athletes you train? With our other company, Cascade Sports, we call ourselves home of the student athlete. Are the athletes bent on pro or bust, or do they have plan B and C possibly?
Well, and I'll use Avery for an example because he's never made a B in his life.
All right.
And he's a straight A.
Well, your daughter's 4.0 and 3.5, and the one that was talking 3.5 was weeping. I'm getting ready to get where I need to be at 4.0.
Yeah. So I'm very big, which is where kind of potential players comes in. But I'm big on building relationships with people. I didn't get into this for money. I got into this to help young people develop and to maximize their potential. And part of that is just building a relationship and mentoring and giving them advice and struggles that I dealt with to make sure they never have to go through those same things.
How have you acquired your clientele?
It's really been word of mouth and results. I'm a results driven person. So when people see people zipping,
Yeah, seeing
zooming
is
and
believing.
zipping,
Yeah, seeing is believing.
yes, yep.
All right. What I would ask you, do you have any closing words for our audience or potential clients?
Yeah, well, first off, if you and I've had clients from the Kansas City area travel to Wichita 3 days a week, but they were really serious athletes. And if you are a serious athlete, I recommend just get to work. I mean, hey, what it's all about, consistency and work ethic, and having a proper person to design your workout for you, I think is ultimately the most important thing. If you put in the deposits, you can take out the withdrawals.
Ow, I like that. Well, as we always say in closing on all our shows, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself.
Amen.
Good night.
Program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.